Hello, everybody. Welcome. Your co-hosts today is myself, Dustboxer Turbo. We have the Last Starfighter up here as well, co-hosting. We have another one of our wonderful wise ones up here, Yats, joining us to speak. We got a couple of other of the wise ones down in the audience joining us today. A couple of our community members that are very active out there, making us memes, making us backgrounds, making us all sorts of cool Kong-related stuff. Welcome to the official Chilled Kong Space, aka the Grapevine. This is going to be episode 3. Kongs have been cooking so far. Anybody that's been aware of what's going on has seen many things getting dropped, and we're going to go through all that today. We've really been cooking regardless of the bear market. So much has been released. It's been really hard to keep track if you're not paying attention, i.e. staying up to date with all the Discord and X announcements that we've had over the last few months. We know that Epic Labs purposely spaces out important information to give the community an ample amount of time to catch up. As there's always lots to digest with the many releases and upgrades with the project has received. I suspect that it will continue to be the same for the new Chilled Kong's white paper when it gets released. Rumor has it that that's happening very soon. So before it's dropped, allow us to do a quick recap on what this project has achieved and what has been released since its acquisition by Epic Labs. Additionally, we're going to be dropping just a little bit of alpha at the very end of the space, after we take some questions at the end of the space as well. So let's jump straight into it. We're going to go over everything that has been out released so far, and we're going to start with the FAQs. Because this is one of our biggest sources of information of this project. It's one of the easiest pieces of information to find. You find it right up on the website along the header. You have a nice tab with the FAQs. So we're going to start going through it. Starfighter, Yats, you guys can jump in too. I think we'll probably switch off for each one of these FAQs so that none of our voices get too boring. So what is the Chilled Kong's project? Chilled Kong's is a brand that prides itself on spreading chill vibes worldwide, focused on promoting calm spirits and fun times with no worries, no problems, and no headaches. It's a distinctive art project that embodies the iconography of Web3, from its native tokens to its inclusive ecosystem. Chilled Kong's is committed to promoting blockchain technology via IRL initiatives. Starfighter, take the next one.
All right. Was the Chilled Kongs acquired by Epic Labs? So first and foremost, good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're at in the world. I'm the Last Starfighter. Blessed with the opportunity to be up here with Turbo and share Kongs with the world. So ultimately, yes, Epic Labs took over Chilled Kongs. Since its acquisition, Chilled Kong's has been completely restructured from the ground up and will receive the following courtesy of Epic Labs. Now, a lot of this has already been visible. It's come to fruition. So as I go down this list, you'll see a lot of things that you're capable of now, and some others that we are waiting for that will be dropped real soon. So there's a new official website. Obviously, it's the chilledkongs.com. We have a new project team. There's new project descriptions, new Discord server upgrades. There's a new podcast. Obviously, here we are. There's a new roadmap. There's a new white paper that's soon to be dropped. There's new tokens, new tokenomics, its own DAO with its own treasury, its own custom non-custodial staking platform, direct utility for Chilled Kong's NFTs across their spectrum of minted Kong assets, an independent marketplace, an entire DeFi ecosystem that's going to be held on Kong Island, lore written by the benefactor himself, so another wonderful thing we could thank him for, and much more. So when you visit the new Chilled Kong's roadmap to view the full list, you'll get a big picture of, and that's a pun there, of exactly what we're looking for and what we're looking at into the future and what we can expect. So there's going to be a lot of exciting aspects that are going to drop for the Kong holders. So make sure you check out our Chilled Kong's Discord server for the latest major announcements and community announcements, and stay up to date along with keeping up with the latest alpha by heading over to the official Kong's X account itself and tuning in to the Grapevine Podcast. So this will be released across multiple platforms. And yeah, it's good to be here. So I'll throw it back over, and either Yachts or Das are going to jump in.
I could take the next one. uh, is the Chill Kongs project more than a PvP project? Yes, since the acquisition of by Epic Labs, Chill Kong has become a lot more than a PvP project and has completely revamped from the ground up. It is now committed to promoting blockchain technology via online and real-life initiatives, along with operating as a DeFi project, in which all the utilities run harmoniously through its inclusive, interactive ecosystem, known as Kong Island. Although Kong Island is one own independent, sustainable ecosystem developed by Epic Labs, it is part of the Ecolabs meta multiverse, making it interoperable, which provides an entire ecosystem and cross-connectability, allowing for the use of assets commerce between other Epic Labs civilizations. This means that the Kong Island can access a wider range of resources and markets, which can help in a weather economic downturns and other challenges. Additionally, this will allow Kong Island to attract new residents and businesses, which can further contribute to sustainability and longevity, which is basically, keeping it, um, it's going to weather any storm, and it's going to be able to connect to all of the other Epic Labs, um, projects that we are working on, that Epic Labs is working on. And this is one of the most exciting things for me that I can't wait to see how all this is going to connect, and I think we're slowly starting to see that with like the eggs popping up and so on. But yeah, that this is huge. This is really cool.
Yeah, and piggybacking right off that, what assets can be staked on Kong Island. So actively right now, you are capable of going to the Chilled Kong site, going to Kong Island itself, creating yourself a profile. It'll automatically tether all of your assets with the connected wallet, so all of your Chilled Kongs will be visible and stakeable, excuse me. So the following assets can be staked on Kong Island: your Ordinal Kongs collection, your OG Kongs collection, your Magic Kongs collection, your Vox Kongs collection, and any Epic Labs approved third-party projects. So currently we have the Panda Society, we have the Treasure Trolls, we have the Salty Seagull Society, and I believe Alien Ants are in the pipeline, if not already. And every Kong within its respective collection, so OG Kongs or Magic Kongs, will receive an equal share of the base staking rewards. So if staked, however, the OG Kongs receive more base staking rewards than a Magic Kong. The only thing that can affect the amount of staking rewards a Kong or a third-party project earns are multipliers. So depending on the multipliers that are outlined, you will be able to actually get an extra percentage based on. And when you stake, it's as simple as a few clicks and your assets are automatically staked, and it will let you know. And it's just always good to, verify as often as you get the opportunity to make sure that your assets are still staked, because as we all know with Cardano and blockchain, not everything is perfectly smooth all the time. So when we just pay attention, we can let each other know what's going on, and if there's any hiccups, upgrades, updates that may affect your asset staking. So moving on to the next one.
Well, let me just add something in there, Starfighter, real quick. So the
Copy
ones you
that.
mentioned, yeah. So the projects that you mentioned are actually all projects that are currently owned by Epic Labs, and but we're going to go over this a little more further down into the space here. But we have all of the partner staking that has been approved as well. You know, there's about a dozen projects that have been granted permission to purchase a Visa and stake on Kong Island as well. But like I said, we're going to address that a little bit later in the space as to who's available for that. So moving on. So are there any pre-existing Chilled Kongs collections that are deemed obsolete but will be revamped or exchanged? So before I read through this had been a point of contention because people were worried about what would happen with these assets, as some of them were originally deemed totally obsolete. But the benefactor has a way of helping everybody out and making everything inclusive. So to answer this, yes. Since the acquisition of Chilled Kongs by Epic Labs, the Ordinal Kongs, World Cup mascots, Chilled Kongs exclusives, and Magic Mushrooms collections were deemed obsolete. The reason for this was because the presence of these extra collections never had any utility, along with the Magic Mushrooms collection, unnecessarily saturated project assets, and diluted the strength and value of the Chilled Kongs brand, community, and its holders. However, this does not mean that these collections will be terminated. To ensure that holders are taken care of, these collections will either be revamped or will be exchanged for new Chilled Kongs assets that can be used in conjunction with the Kong Island ecosystem. Here's some details of that. All of these have been announced at various times over the last few months. So for the Ordinal Kongs, they were essentially deemed obsolete in the beginning due to the fact that they were created by the previous team, who did the best they could with what they had at the time. But unfortunately, these ordinals were inscribed with extremely poor resolution, which weakened the quality of the Chilled Kongs brand as a whole, and also made them impractical for holders to sell. If you check out the FAQs from the website, there's a link to Ord.io, and you can see the low resolution of these. So after the benefactor's acquisition of Chilled Kong's brand, his objective regarding the situation was to rectify the pre-existing issue by allowing ordinal holders to exchange their ordinals for a Kong Garage part. This is yet to be released for no additional cost to circumvent the problem. However, he had been exploring other options for Ordinal Kong holders who wanted to keep their Kongs to give them an opportunity to exchange their defective Ordinals for new ones of similar rarity and traits. That will be part of the new Chilled Kongs Bitcoin collection that is currently under development by Epic Labs. With that being said, the original Ordinal collection will be remade and will receive an entire artwork upgrade along with the following. The upgraded Chilled Kongs Ordinal collection will be increased to a maximum supply of 3,333 NFTs. Of these Ordinal Kongs, 3,025 will be available to mint. 101 Ordinal Kongs will be retained for real-world partnerships and giveaways, as well as the promotion and advertisement of the Chilled Kongs brand. 70% of all mint funds generated will be used to provide Ordinal Kongs with direct utility and passive income in the form of crypto mining rewards via Kong Corp. So we have a mining venture at hand here. A percentage of the Kong Corp's crypto mining rewards will be distributed to level 100 Chilled Kongs and level 100 Magic Kongs that are homeowners on Kong Island to provide their holders with additional utility and passive income. So these level 100 Chilled Kongs and Magic Kongs, if you notice in your dashboard and on the marketplace, there's a level. So we're not quite sure what this is yet. We're expecting this to come out in the white paper, again, coming out real soon. And we'll have a better understanding of what it takes to actually get a piece of these mining rewards. A percentage of Kong Corp's crypto mining rewards will be allocated to a point of interest on Kong Island that hosts a recurring lottery, which will provide level 100 tourists that hold a diamond, golden, or silver Kong Island Visa with the chance to win pooled mining rewards. Every Visa purchased functions as an individual lottery ticket for tourists. So any of you staking tourists, your Salty Seagulls, your Panda Society, or any of the other approved projects out there, if you have a Visa connected to that NFT on the Chilled Kongs platform, you have a lottery ticket for when this comes out. The upgraded Chilled Kongs Ordinal Collection will be based on the OG Kongs art style and will feature brand new traits along with some upgraded traits from the Magic Kongs to ensure current holders receive a new Ordinal Kong with similar rarity and traits. For example, if you have a grape-colored Kong, then you will receive a grape-colored Kong with similar but upgraded traits in return, trying to keep with the history and the theme of what Kongs were brought up to be. Anyone who holds one of the 207 pre-existing defected Ordinal Kongs will be able to exchange them for an upgraded Chilled Kongs Ordinal by paying only the necessary inscription fee with no additional cost within a period of time after the public mint has commenced, which will be specified at a later date. The new collection will provide all Ordinal Kong holders with exclusive new high-resolution artwork, utility, and passive income, while providing scalability and additional interoperability cross-chain for the Chilled Kongs brand and community. There will be further information released in terms of what mining machines will be used, what other types of cryptocurrencies will be mined other than Bitcoin, estimated cost of the mining operations, for example, maintenance and security, along with projected profitability, etc., which will not be included in the Chilled Kongs white paper upon its initial release, but will be added to it as we get closer to the ordinal mint date. The official mint date is to be announced, so stay tuned. As for the World Cup mascots, although originally airdropped for free, anyone who holds one of the 32 Chilled Kong World Cup mascot NFTs will be able to directly exchange them on the official Kongs website for a Kong Garage part at a later date. As for the exclusives, although originally auctioned, anyone who holds one of the 4 Chilled Kongs exclusive NFTs will be able to directly exchange them on the official Chilled Kongs website for a one-of-one Kong Island home at a later date. The mushrooms. Although originally airdropped for free, the collection consisted of 8,888 magic mushrooms, which were to be used on OG Chilled Kongs to produce magic Kongs. However, the previous team also decided to mint an additional 4,888 magic Kongs publicly. This created the possibility of an oversaturation of potentially 13,000 magic Kongs, which in itself could have added further saturation to the Kong brand and its holders if left unchecked. The new team, however, worked with the community to cap the Magic Kongs collection at 9,999. This decision was voted for and agreed upon by the Kong community. Therefore, as all 9,999 Magic Kongs have now been created, the cap has been reached and no more will ever be minted. The magic mushrooms have fulfilled their purpose. The remaining supply of the mushrooms have received a revamp, which will allow them to be used as multipliers in the Kong Island ecosystem. Now, I understand there's some stuff there that's not clear. Some of it will be in the white paper. Some of it will be added to the white paper at a later time. However, there are clues in there as to what will be coming, i.e. Kong Garage parts, i.e. Kong Island homes. So let's just wait and see what happens there. Starfire, you want to take the next one?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll jump in. You just took a beast of a frequently asked question because that is a lot of information to process. But it's imperative. So for all of you Kong holders out there with assets, there's a piece of the puzzle that is specified for you and you will be taken care of in the Chilled Kongs verse. So will there be an official Chilled Kongs rarity chart? No. The benefactor is a strong believer of the term art is subjective, especially in the case of the Chilled Kongs. Your Kong is a unique art piece in itself, whether you feel it reflects your own inner degen or just quite simply like its individual personality traits. What's important is that your Kong strongly resonates with you. Only you can determine its intrinsic artistic value. So that just basically means that you never have to worry about competing in a sense of your OG Chilled Kongs being this one in particular has more value because of this. Well, technically, if it's got some red eyes and that's what your trait is, then it's as valuable as you feel it is. And that to me is the most important part of that intrinsic value of the art itself. So it's unique to you. It will always be unique to you, and the benefactor is going to hold true to that honor and distinction. And we'll just jump right into the next one here. Do Super Magic Kongs have any additional benefits compared to the rest of the Magic Kongs collection? Yes, as a matter of fact, they do. Holding a Super Magic Kong will provide its owner with the following. It'll be a guaranteed tier 1 Kong Island Mansion airdrop to be announced. It'll be 1 Kong Garage Vehicle airdrop to be announced. There will be a 1 Pet airdrop to be announced. An exclusive Discord role, Super Magic, which is pretty awesome when you have super and magic anywhere in the same sentence in comparison to our lives and what we are. That's pretty awesome. And you get a free entry into Chilled Kongs in real life events. So legitimately, your real world value drops right into wherever there's Chilled Kongs events happening. You are guaranteed entry. So you will always be welcomed with open arms. And that's a pretty awesome, feeling when you can be inclusive like that.
Right. And again, this, this FAQ is a list of mystery as well. So there's some things here that, we're not aware of what they actually are or look like. But we have a white paper coming soon. So maybe we'll find out some of that information.
That's the hope, the dream, and that's the why we're all here, right?
Absolutely.
The truth be told is we all have a vested interest in our own personal walk of life. Again, whether it's the artistic side, whether it's the belief in the benefactor, whether it's the belief in each other. There's people in this community that I absolutely love, and it's absolutely fun to be a part of it. And I'm not a coder on the side of the house that their skill sets rock. So I'm just someone who benefits greatly from our community of amazing creators.
And yeah, just to piggyback on that too, we are essentially building an Epic Labs multiverse culture through the Cardano space. I love seeing all the Kongs showing up on Twitter, showing their like Flex Friday has been just absolutely incredible. I mean, this is one of like the true essence of the chilled Kongs, right? Like, and why there is no rarity chart, because people will just find a nice clean Kong and they will put it up on Twitter and be like, check out this beauty. And it's just like, what? You got that on the floor? How could someone let that go? Oh my God.
And it's the luck of the draw too. Who sees it is the one that capitalizes on it. So you really got to be on your toes.
Yes, you do. 100%. You got to keep your eyes on JPEG, or keep your eyes on, on the Chill Kong's website now, because everything can be purchased right there. Everything is all going to be handled right on that one platform, which is just incredible. That's just awesome.
Streamlined trust. That's what that is right there.
1,000%.
So, all right. So here's a big question. This next frequently asked question, part of it I continually ask myself. The other part of it I don't quite understand yet. So it's a perpetual mystery. So what is a wise one And how do I become one? Well, wise ones are selected members of the Chilled Kong's Discord who have displayed high levels of morality. These individuals have access to a rumored channel called the Conclave, which presides over the entire Chilled Kong's Discord. It is said that discussions held there determine the fate of those deemed to be bad actors within the community. Wise ones are selected through a process of hidden metrics that have been established by the benefactor in order to identify and gauge the level of one's morality. So, that right there will give you a concise understanding of the benefactor. It's a hidden metric that he established. So we are simply just living our lives and doing what we do and being the best we can be. And, the cards are going to fall where they're going to fall. And it's just, it's been a blessing to be a part of the community in the first place, especially being an implant. So I'm very thankful for my opportunity. And I again, I hope I can represent well this Chilled Kong's vibe.
Yeah, Starfighter, I think we all, I think we all still question kind of how we got here. I mean, we all know how we got here, but we all still kind of question how we were chosen to be here. Yeah, it's still to this day, I'm trying to figure out, what it is that actually, made the benefactor pick us, off the bat for this. We had a couple of people get added in later on, our friend up here, Yats, and, Zachros, they got added into, added into the wise ones at a later time. They were active members of the community and, they helped us out. They helped with they helped out with the puzzles and they, just displayed what great people they were, to us and to everybody else. And something in our behaviors, has told the benefactor that, we're trustworthy people to represent, his project and everything that it will be.
Yeah, the biggest asset in my belief in my life is time. I've always thought that time, the older I've gotten, has become the most precious commodity. And it's not necessarily time spent in this atmosphere and in this ecosystem. There's a hidden metric, and God bless, don't know what it is, but we're all here and I'm thankful for it and I'm better for it. So knowing y'all has definitely made a difference and bringing that chilled vibe, right? That no worries lifestyle and concept is a very real thing. It's a movement. It's a belief. So just like anything else in life, you hold on to it when you find it and you don't let it go.
And yeah, and just to add to that too, also everybody has their own unique abilities or strengths, right? Like I don't know coding, Zachros is just a wizard. It seems like he knows all about that. So everybody has their strengths and all together we work really kind of symbiotically, right? Like we all can bounce off each other and get the information that we need to move forward with these puzzles. Or some of us have just like a creative mind and come up with ideas. Like I feel like that's kind of me. I don't really know much about the technical side of coding and all of that, but I do know how to put pieces together and that sort of thing. And also it's just the positive vibes. Like, everyone should have positive vibes. Like there's really no reason for us or anybody for that matter in this space. It's so small and it's so new and fresh to really put out negative vibes and to put people down and put projects down. Like everyone's here for the same purpose. The technology, um, inspired by the artwork, inspired by the love and the music and what this technology can bring to society and lift everybody up, like I think that is like a really core belief from from my observation. And that's what I wanted to say. Much love to everybody here.
Well said, man. Well said. I mean, that's how we all feel. We all just want to move forward and move past as best we can. And the wake of whatever's behind us is just that. It's behind us. And that's the beauty of, decentralization. That's why we're all here. So the next frequently asked question is, as a holder, do I have full ownership of and commercial usage rights of my Chilled Kongs NFT? So Epic Labs legally grants full ownership and commercial usage rights of each individual Chilled Kongs NFT to its respective holders. This will allow every Chilled Kongs holder to build a brand around their own Kong without any copyright infringement, as long as they are using their own Kong with its exact traits and there are no derivatives, extensions, variants, alternatives, modifications, adaptions, differentiations, divergencies, distinctions applied to or made from the artwork. So for example, a Chilled Kongs NFT holder can use their NFT in a variety of ways, such as creating merchandise, company logos, business ventures, websites, etc. But they cannot add to modify their Chilled Kongs NFT and its traits. So Epic Labs and the Chilled Kongs project reserves the right to display all Chilled Kongs NFTs for promotional and advertisement purposes. So the basic copyright notice is it is strictly prohibited to use the likeness of the Chilled Kongs artwork to produce similar work of art for sale in any form, including but not limited to an NFT collection, without the express permission and authorization of Epic Labs. Epic Labs retains the exclusive right to reproduce, distribute, sell, display, and create derivative works based on any and all Chilled Kongs visual artwork. And when that takes place, it is, again, it's to the benefit of the holder. So if your Kong is used in an advertisement, if your Kong is used in whatever the use case may be, then, I mean, that's just an opportunity, right? That's the blessing. Like, hey, that's my Kong. And if you're trying to build a brand, that's the perfect opportunity to use case your brand. And it's basically everybody working together to do that exact same thing. So we all kind of rise at the same time and we don't create any Kongopolies inside of our Kong Island community.
And one of the really great things about this, though, is, not only do we get to use our Kongs to create a brand, but given everything that Epic Labs has been developing for the Chilled Kongs and ultimately for the other collections that will be under the umbrella, they seem to be building all of the tools that you need to create a brand for yourself as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how all the meta multiverse stuff comes into play, and the lands and the pets and the vehicles and the homes. It appears as if it's an entire ecosystem being built, an entire economy, not just, what works within this little bubble. It's going to be very exciting to see what happens, and I'm really looking forward to just how much information we're going to get in this white paper.
Correct. And I very much liken it to, when I close my eyes and I envision the Chilled Kongs, the Epic Labs, the Panda Society, and the different branches of the tree, I really do see Ready Player One and the opportunity to basically build in a new world that is yours. I mean, it's ours for the taking. Whatever we want to build.
Yeah. And this actually ties us perfectly into the next FAQ. If I create a brand using my Chilled Kongs NFT, will the Chilled Kongs project help me promote it? Yes, they will. Assuming the brand is not deemed to be offensive or harmful in nature towards others and does not breach our terms and conditions, then your real world brand product will be eligible to be listed for sale via Kong Island and will receive promotion and advertisement in the form of posts across all official Chilled Kong social media accounts. Listed community brands are subject to approval. So like I said, if they're allowing you to use their NFTs, they're giving you tools to create a brand, and now they're going to help you promote it as well. This is one of the greatest symbiotic of relationships I've had with a company ever.
Just to add to that, and of course, if you have any questions or if you're not sure if what you're doing is like falls into that category, the best thing is just ask. Just open a ticket and ask, and someone would be more than happy to let you know how it's working out, if it falls within those criteria and everything, and then you can move forward, or you can make it so that it fits within those parameters. There's no harm in asking questions at all. Like that is the complete beginning and the end of Epic Labs. Is just ask questions. It's better to ask questions beforehand than to do something and then have it deemed not falling within those parameters. That's yeah, I 100%.
So why don't you continue, Yats, and tell us what exactly is hidden in the new Chilled Kong's roadmap artwork? Start reading those ones and zeros.
1100111111. Actually,
I'll be back in a few minutes.
And in actuality,
Just
I
kidding.
did pin what that says in the comments. So if you look on the comments, let me see if I can find it. Right here. Um, so the only advice that I can give could be given on the matter is to imagine what would happen if someone in this space just did the right thing for once, for the sole purpose of actually doing right by others. What would happen if the same someone wrote a letter, the benefactor's letter, to the Web3 world, predicting everything that was going to happen before it did, not only providing to the world that premonitions and paradoxes are real, but if one possessed the ability to perceive them beyond profit, how would they proceed in life? Well, what would they want? What would they do? There is more to this world than meets the eye. You would be surprised what exists. All you have to do is pay attention. Always remember, nobody cares until everybody cares, and by then it's already too late. And to kind of add to what that means, it's a great like that's kind of like a line what a lot of people use, you only remember somebody or care about something when they're either rich, famous, or they're dead. That's kind of like that what that line represents. And that we miss those small moments in life where we don't measure our worth. We measure our worth by wealth, prestige, and material things, fame, but not by the little things, not by those kind actions that we do, or finding personal growth and helping to lift each other up. And I think that's what he and essentially means is that we as a community should help each other by lifting each other up, by encouraging other people to grow, by stepping out of their comfort zone, finding there's a saying in Maslow's theory, right? Self-actualization, which is like finding your bliss, right? And that's what everybody should be working towards. And that's what everyone should help each other work towards, is finding their bliss and building each other up. And I think that's what this is essentially is what he's trying to say. Destroy that ego, kill that ego, and look to others and if everybody does good, so do you.
Well said, Yat. Well said. Yeah. This is, we're finding so far that this is, very much more about the journey, than about what's at the end. The almost, wow, we're over that. I would say about 20 months, I've been involved in Epic Labs now. It's all been about relationships, and about helping each other out and about working as a community, to just build a bigger community, keep things positive and, help each other out, build people up. We've done a lot of, we've had mental health talks. We've had physical health talks. We have all of these, all of these community channels that, we're able to connect in. And it's, we're enjoying the ride, and, all of our responsibility is to just be a good community while the team continues to build for us. It's a great thing. But we have a lot of stuff that we have to get through, and, we're 45 minutes into this and only through the FAQs. So let's move on to the next, our next small topic. We're going to talk a little bit about the native utility token for Kong Island, known as Copium. Everybody's been excited, posting their, Copium coins with their Kongs lately, courtesy of, Thesaurus. And the customs platform. So thank you for that. That's a wonderful thing, and that keeps us all going on Twitter. Everybody loves all of those. So, we would love more. But yes, let's go over Copium. So, Chilled Kong Copium has arrived. So Copium itself is more than an official utility token for the Chilled Kongs. It serves as the primary export and lifeblood of the Kong Island ecosystem. Copium is interoperable and can be used as a resource in other Epic Labs ecosystems. So we know, the gulls are coming in. We know the pandas are already here. The treasure trolls. So each of these ecosystems are going to work together, and Copium, we can see, is going to be able to be used through all of them, as you can already stake those projects for Copium. So this opens up a new wave of commerce between projects that is mutually beneficial for both civilizations and their native tokens. Copium offers a multitude of utilities both within and outside its DeFi ecosystem. There is a 1 billion supply. The policy is locked. There's been zero allocation to the team. It has been a fair launch and fair distribution, by way that Copium can only be staked into circulation. So everybody got pretty excited the moment this came out, and we all staked our Kongs, and then we started staking our tourists, and everybody's been collecting Copium for a few months now, just waiting to see what we're going to get to use it for. Very excited.
And another, oh, pardon me.
Go ahead.
Another thing, we are aware that there is a stake pool on MinSwap for Copium. We highly recommend and suggest not to use that at this point. More of that information is going to come out during the white paper, and how that will be implemented into the website and into the multiverse. So please refrain from using that. Of course, no one can tell you or make you do anything, but we highly recommend that nobody does that right now, because that's not part of the Epic Labs team at this point in time.
And it's important to note that the full tokenomics of Copium have not been released. And we can expect to see some information in the white paper about the tokenomics. So that will also help, because right now we know it's staked into existence, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it stops there. Like there may or may not be, we don't know, their form of pre-sale. There may be some form of other tokenomics that are in the pipeline. So it's just important to recognize before you have, any wild hairs to go do something crazy. We might want to sit back and wait for all the facts to deploy in front of us so that we can make a good decision, because that's the purpose, right? We're all here to help each other, and we want to express that at this point the full deck of cards has not been revealed. So there's more to come. Lots and lots more to come.
Right. We may very well find that the utility of copium far outweighs its ADA value right now. It's certainly a possibility. I would love for that to actually be. I would love to be involved in a project, more than one project, where where the staking rewards are actually super valuable, and they give you the opportunity to build things as opposed to just trading it in for a profit. Don't get me wrong, we all love profit, but we're all in this too for the creation of new and exciting things. So the more our assets can be used, both in this space and outside of this space, the more everybody benefits from this.
Absolutely. And that's the idea, is us standing together and recognizing what is in front of us and communicating that there's other value, and there's going to be more and more and more value that's going to come out that's going to relate to anything and everything Chilled Kongs. So it's just always safer to be aware before we go diving into any kind of the unknowns, right? We don't need to guess anymore, because it's all being revealed. So, and on that note, let's jump right into exactly what non-custodial staking options there are. And in the Chilled Kongs, we now have our own custom non-custodial staking platform, and it is live. So you can earn daily staking rewards. You can view number of stakeable native assets, view number of staked native assets. You can view current balance, view reward history, so any received and or claimed, next payment countdown timer that tells you when the next one's going to take place. You can stake and unstake all assets feature in one click, which is a beautiful thing if you have many assets. Now, I only got a couple Kongs, so I'm not that cool. I like to click them individually because that makes me feel better. Now, I know some of you out there got, hundreds. So it behooves you to just be like, oh, look at that button right there. Bam. And now you're set and all of them click, and good for you. I'm proud that you're staking so much more than I am. That just means you made a good decision, right? So that being said, you have a clean, fun, and user-friendly interface now to view your assets. So when you click on there in that dashboard, you could see them all. You could scroll down, look at them all. You can see which of your Kongs actually pop on a screen in comparison to the rest of them. Like, it really does set it apart. Like, it's a big feature. And again, with my several Kongs, one is much better than the rest of them in my personal opinion, but they are all crazy beautiful Kongs. So the additional functionality is an inventory, multipliers, stats, there's combat, and there's so much more that's gonna be announced. So when you're looking at your dashboard, you can see all of these options that are there. And when you have a profile, you can definitely see a lot more as far as like what we had touched on earlier with the level. So both the Chilled Kongs collection, and the Magic Kongs collection can now be staked to earn daily rewards in the form of that copium. So for more information, you can visit the staking and utilities and perks in our Discord, and it kind of breaks down how simple it is and how easy to start staking. So if you have not been staking your Kongs, shame on you, because you should. And you should be earning copium right now, and it should just be stacking up, and it's a beautiful thing. So it's free. It just costs a few clicks and all of your assets are right there. So feel free to head over to the Chilled Kongs dashboard and stake your Kongs and start earning those rewards, because it is imperative that you do so. No one can do it for you. And we're here to let you know that it's possible. So do that there. Do your thing.
Right on. Oh, and one other thing, I have in the comments below, I have a list of all the third-party collections that are approved, so that you can purchase either a silver or gold tourist visa, and you can stake those assets. You can take a look there. Like a couple of, I think, Stag Alliance, Hash Guardians. There's several DAS. Like Turbo was saying, I think there's like about a dozen of them, which is really, really fantastic. Looking at the prices now, I know that a lot of people were thinking, well, I mean, 60 to 120 ADA respectively is kind of a lot to stake. But once these floor prices go up and more is released, that is going to be a bargain. I mean, you figure 60 ADA for, just for example, the Bitcoin lottery, that's an incredible utility right there. And for just owning another NFT, and also adding utility to these other NFT projects while bringing them into the Kong Island and letting them chill in Kong Island, letting them sit on the beach, hanging out and drinking some radioactive brewery drink. It's awesome.
Yeah, so I actually have the list here yet, so I'm just going to go through it real quick for people listening and not reading. So the third party projects that have been approved for staking are Stag Alliance, Hash Guardians, Introverts, Diamond Hooves, House of Titans, the Mandrills, Space Ape Club, Borg Club, The Journey, the Cryptoverse, Brave Wolves, Ada Peepos, Snow Skellies, and Anatomy by Lab. That's not to say that these will be the only ones. You can still continue to apply to become a third-party project and stake with the Kongs. But this was the first wave, and we welcome you all with open arms. Whether you guys want to get yourselves a gold or a silver visa for those, and however many of them you decide that you want to get. You only need one to unlock all of the perks of the metaverse that the meta multiverse they'll be building. But the more visas you have, the more lottery tickets you have, and chances are the more visas you have, the more perks you'll have down the road for other things.
Yep, like such as the giveaways. And just a heads up, it's 6 hours left on those prize pool giveaways. If you haven't already, log on to Chilled Kongs and make sure to click to enter on those giveaways. If you got a Diamond Visa, if you got a Kong or anything that we've been talking about, you're eligible for those giveaways, which is another perk.
Yeah, for sure. That's a fun thing too. And there's multiple giveaways every month. So, and again, it's, you have the ability to, enter all of them at the same time or just one at a time. So.
And you don't have to worry about being a loser, because I've lost every time. So I'll be right there with you. And we'll be cool. Like it's cool, right? We're chilling and we're seeing other community members win, and that's what it's about. So that's where we roll.
There's no losers here. Only people that get gifts.
That's right. I mean, hey, the only way you can be a loser is if you try to win, right? So that's at least half the battle.
Right. And honestly, if you're here, you're already winning. So
for sure.
But in any case, now that we've covered the native token, we've covered the staking platform, we've covered the third-party approved projects. Let's talk about all the community special achievements that we've unlocked recently, and also the fact that they're actually bonus tracks on the roadmap. Not even, what was originally published. We had this whole list of about 12 or 13 bonus tracks that are left to be revealed, just by way of the community unlocking these special features. These bonus tracks are single-handedly more powerful than what was originally outlined on the roadmap itself, and they boast incredible features and functionality for the holders. The first one that we should be going through is the Vox Kongs staking and toy collection. There's a little piece of information that's involved with these Vox Kongs that I think a lot of people overlook. But to start, the staking is live for the Vox Kongs as well. This is done through, I want to get the wording right here. So this is currently done through, Flint's Arcade. Okay. And you have to go down to the basement level and find the isometric algorithmic life forms. And that's where you will be able to stake your Vox Kongs.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that. Can you repeat that, please?
I can repeat that. If you go on to the main Chilled Kongs website, go into Kong Island, scroll down to the second row, you will find Flint's Arcade. It says abandoned, keep out, but you can still go in. Once you go into there, you can find arcade machines, which is currently out of service, and basement level. If you go down to basement level, you find isometric algorithmic life forms. And that's where you will see a page with all of your Vox Kongs on it. And it is similarly set up to the other two collections where you can stake all of your assets all at once. You see them all up next to each other, and you can even list them for sale right from that page. So the Vox Kongs collection, like I said, received its own non-custodial staking platform via Kong Island. Okay. The Vox Kongs are also part of the official Chilled Kongs toy line and double as digital online playable avatars that can be used in the Digiverse. And selected holders will receive a revenue share. It's another interesting little piece of information we don't know much about yet. So more of that will be TBA. But the one thing that the other thing I wanted to mention is, as far as the Vox Kongs go, they mentioned in the announcement for this, that this marketplace, that's been built for Epic Labs, can actually be built for other platforms as well, or for other projects as well. So if you are a new project, or an old project, that just wants to kind of consolidate a little bit and, bring everything home all in one place, like Epic Labs is doing, you can reach out to the team and, ask if, you can get a marketplace built specifically for your project.
And of course, like anything that we unlock, there's always more to unlock. Like this Digiverse and the what's the previous one? And the arcade machines, of course, are not quite functional because it wouldn't be Epic Labs if we unlocked everything all at once. So we just got to keep paying attention and keep at it, and hopefully we can unlock that Digiverse. I'm really excited to see what that is, and to see my little chilled box cruising around and doing shenanigans in a in a game.
Yeah, so also very curious to see how this will ultimately tie into Boss Planet in the future. And also, what other Vox assets may, get included, in this too. So, I mean, there's,
Vox,
handful of Ox assets out there, several different projects. And if the Kongs can be operable, what else can?
Yeah, and Vox is like right in that I have really no idea what it was before I was here. So it's pretty cool to see how we're integrating the original into the new and how we're never leaving anything behind technically. So it's a kind of cool concept.
So let's talk about some of the features that are on the that are on our dashboard now. There's a lot going on there. It's not just the marketplace. It's not just one thing. This is going to be your key to the meta multiverse. So if you haven't had a chance to get on there yet, I highly recommend you get on there. Set yourself up an account, claim your username before anybody else does. Okay. You can enter your city and your country, to join the guerrilla militia. Okay. If you've been staying up to date, the guerrilla militia seems to be a, sort of street team, type of marketing system that they are developing as well.
We're going to be like super flash mobs, maybe.
That would be fun. I would certainly join in on one of those.
like the next like NFT con, like there's like Chilled Kongs is Hush, and then all of a sudden like 250 guerrilla militia just storm the doors and we're just like, what's up? And then, I could see that happening. It makes sense.
We all break out.
Yeah, and
No, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
I really love how this is set up where the profile, everything is just so organized and clean. And you can connect all your different, socials too, Instagram, Discord, your Twitter account or X. So it's a really, really cool, feature, where everything is kind of all in one spot and then you can direct message other people that are on it. So it's a very cool feature. I'm digging it.
Yeah, it's becoming a whole social platform as well. So you can like you said, they're setting up a direct messaging system. You can configure push notifications to receive updates about the giveaways, about arcade wins. You can get a notification when when a favorited asset gets listed. Notifications about sales, DAO proposals. The list goes on. This account is going to be interoperable, with, all the other collections that are in the ecosystem. And this will allow you to manage and utilize your Epic Labs approved assets across the Medi multiverse. And as with everything else, Epic Labs additional features and functionalities are going to get added over time, as the community continues to unlock them. Sometimes we feel we find something new every day, and, sometimes there's a little bit of a break before something new comes in, but that's part of the community we have here. And, we keep on going with all of these incredible things they've built for us and keeping the community going while in the back end, they just continue to build.
For sure, and it's important to recognize again, Chilled Kongs is it's a standalone entity with Kong Island that just so happens to be a part of the Epic Labs meta multiverse that's going to house multiple projects, and that's again why I liken it to Ready Player One. Like we don't have anything out there that is an all-inclusive everything we want and need in life. And that's exactly what's being built in front of us, is this opportunity for each of our lives to intersect by doing something we love, building a brand, whether it's around a Kong or a Panda or whichever Epic Labs asset or a third party approved. In any of those cases, you as the individual, the holder, get to hold the world in your hands, and whatever time you choose to throw out at it is what you're going to get in return. And it's going to be, amazing. Like it's terrifying to think of the scope and the enormity of everything that the benefactor is literally just giving us. Like it's going to be awesome. So when that funnel flows into so many different markets, it'll be life changing. That's why we're here.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm really curious if that egg is gonna hatch on what is it, Cabana Cove? It's all smiling and just chilling on Kong Island, but I think we'll have to see what that eater egg is up to.
Yeah, we will. That's going to be interesting. So why don't one of you guys take us through the importance of our marketplace? What some of the features are, and why we feel having our own integrated marketplace is actually important for the project.
Yeah, I'll jump on it. The integrated access to the independent Chilled Kong's marketplace for residents and tourists on Kong Island is going to be paramount, because when you look at the holistic view of what marketplaces do function, by us being able to bring this home, we'll be able to keep all of that revenue within our own and keep all of our assets in one hub to where it's in a trusted location. So when places go down or they shut their doors for good, they negatively impact those who are reliant on them, leaving holders and potential buyers with fewer places to list and purchase project assets. So the independence is very important. So with that said, the Chilled Kong's collection page offers a one-stop shop when it comes to Chilled Kong's ownership, with its own integrated independent marketplace that provides features such as trait rarity, knowing whether or not a Kong has consumed a mushroom, collection activity levels experience, along with detailed information about the collection's utility and perks. So in one place, you can now list, delist a Chilled Kong, as well as update its price directly from your profile page. Those interested in a specific Kong that may not currently be available for sale can keep track of it by clicking on the star icon on its profile, which will add it to their watch list. If that Kong ever gets listed, you'll know. So as the importance is there, we're integrating all of these different areas that not only hedges against the third-party reliance and disruptions, but creates that additional layer of the sustainability and longevity of the project itself. So all of it kind of plays a vital role for us having our independent marketplaces, and how each for the Magic Kong, how each for the Vox Kongs kind of play together, so that we stand in our own element and you no longer have to pay fees or rely upon outside entities to meddle in your assets and our interoperability with them.
And also to add to that, 2% of those fees are going directly into the DAO, which is great, because instead of those fees going to a third party, they're going directly back to the community in some form or another. We don't quite know exactly how that's going to work right now, but I'm sure that the white paper is going to illuminate on us what exactly that entails. But it's great. It all stays within our community, and like you were saying last Starfighter, it's all within the ecosystem, which is incredible.
It also creates that, I'm going to jump down the list here into the descriptions. It creates that safety net for the holders and potential buyers, guaranteeing the assets that are purchased or sold are authentic project assets and not derivatives, because we've all been a part of someone or something that has purchased a scam NFT or been victim to. So by keeping it in house, you are solidifying your trust in knowing that what is available is real. And that is the value, because again, if we're not in some of these cases basing it on the rarities and we're just looking at for the trait perspectives and the art itself, it would be horrible to spend your hard-earned money on something that you find out isn't actual official policy, because you cannot stake that. You cannot really do anything. It's lost. So having our own independent marketplaces and having our own capability, we can in fact bring that safety home and bring that trust home. And that's what we're all looking for, that place where we can have an opportunity and not get ripped off. So other benefits are it enables a project to leverage the power of the DeFi by directing potential investors straight to its collection. So through personalized URLs that work seamlessly with traditional marketing and advertisement, i.e. billboards, sponsored ads, etc., simultaneously unrestricting brand strength and promoting brand awareness, all without the need to promote a third-party service. So you will have your own QR code that's attached to this, or you'll have your own, whatever your marketing strategy or product is, attached to this. And it's through the safety, again, of our enclosed meta multiverse of Epic Labs, whether it's Kong Island or any of the other assets. And the beauty of that is, once again, it doesn't have a border. It doesn't have a stipulation on it. It can go from here to Japan or here to South Africa or New Zealand to England. And that transaction can be trusted and it will take place. And now you and the other party are both happy. And once again, we're building within our ecosystem and keeping all of our networking skills growing together, each of us benefiting from the other. And also what that does is it provides an opportunity for a project to control their own market fee and royalty system, eliminating the use of third-party marketplaces and their additional fees, subsequently creating a higher return for sellers. What else do we have here? So as an example, listing your Magic Kong on Chilled Kongs not only offers its seller a higher percentage from the sale of their Magic Kong, but it also mutually beneficial to the community, as 100% of the marketplace fees go back into the DAO treasury. So custom integrated marketplaces designed and built by Epic Labs can also be provided for other projects via the services at epiclabs.com. So once again, broadening the horizon of what is being offered in our meta multiverse and the entire community benefiting from that networking. And it's just another perk to your Chilled Kongs benefiting you more so than just being an asset sitting in your wallet. So once again, just staking at its best, and the marketplace attached to that's unlike anything we've seen yet. So I think there are other projects that are doing similar, but I think once we release the white paper, it'll be evident that that we're a lot further along than the eye has beheld.
And another thing too is we really don't know what exactly the asset exchange really entails. That could be copium. That could be having the ability to swap like say someone has a really sick panda and you have a really sick Kong, and you guys are able to make some sort of agreement and swap it right on the website, without having to trust somebody with, I'm going to send this to your wallet, you're going to send it to my wallet, and everything is going to be good, or using a third party platform. It may well happen all on this same platform that is being built. We don't know, but that is something to definitely look into or keep an eye on.
Correct. It's the all inclusive, and once again, just adding opportunity, uh, and an opportunity adds as much value as you're willing to put into it.
Yeah. So a couple of so we can continue along this as well. So the going back to the Voxcongs, the bonus track that we unlocked that brought us the Voxcong marketplace came with a little bit more information too. And I particularly want to say this because it's been asked a couple of times in the Discord recently. So the integrated independent marketplaces built by Epic Labs can be configured in several ways. So number one, it can utilize various forms of crypto payments such as USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Matic, native tokens, etc., as well as traditional payment methods like Visa, MasterCard, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and more. This not only makes a project interoperable, but it makes its collections accessible to a much wider audience. We saw this in other marketplaces when they integrated, credit card payment and, other token payment. It was a very exciting day for them. And, this should be very exciting for us because this is just another part of the all-inclusive puzzle.
Yeah, it's borderless.
Right, exactly. Talk about financial independence. This gives you the ability to make all the choices on your own. How you want to pay, how you want to hold them. I mean, you can't really ask for anything more. It's an all-in-one thing. So, and, the other great thing that this does is it grants the project the ability to directly onboard those familiar with Web3 and blockchain technology in general. It creates the system can automatically create a wallet for buyers during the purchase if they don't already have one. And this will allow these buyers to seamlessly receive their NFTs and eliminate any confusion or barriers that are associated with downloading and setting up their Web3 wallets. And that's seems to be one of the biggest hurdles in Web3 space in general, is figuring out what's the best wallet to use and how to set it up on each of the chains. Because there seems to be a best one for each chain out there. And until somebody wants to solve that problem and make the best one for all chains, this is one of the roadblocks that we have. So if we can eliminate those barriers, then we're opening up the doors for a lot more people. Finally, the other great thing that this marketplace does is, we've received our own custom Discord bot, and this bot, automatically posts recently listed and sold assets, similar to the other sales bots that are out there, from our independent marketplace, in any chosen channel, while simultaneously sending notifications to any interested parties who added said assets to their watch list. So again, just more features on top of features on top of features.
Yeah, onboarding ease is definitely going to take us to the next level, and I think that this is definitely moving in the right direction for that. Like if you can easily talk to someone and say, hey, you want to get in on this project, you want to buy a Kong, just go to their website. Everything is there. You don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need to download a wallet. You don't need to, get your, ADA from your central exchange and then put it into the wallet and then go to a third party store and then finally purchase it. All of that is making it so difficult for anybody to really get involved where it's just smooth as butter on a warm biscuit. That's the main thing.
Yeah, for sure. So we already, we already kind of went through the ordinal Kongs topic with the, went in the beginning through the facts. But Starfighter, since you are rocking what is going to be a future ordinal there as your PFP, why don't you just briefly take us through some of the basic points on that again to remind folks what's going on with the ordinals?
For sure. Yeah, straight up. I think I have the best PFP on the planet, or maybe even in the universe, but that's my opinion. So the ordinal Kongs, I know nothing about them. I know nothing about the cross-chain scalability, interoperability. I'm just, that confuses me. I'm a retired veteran, so too many rocks banged against my head for that to make sense. But ordinal Kongs were essentially, deemed obsolete, and then there was this whole concept of created by the previous team, did the best they could, inscribed poorly, and I just look at it like when we hold on one second here. So once the acquisition took place, the objective regarding the situation was to rectify the pre-existing issue, and make it so that the ordinals can exchange out or have benefits other than what they were originally for. So as it sits, the upgraded Chilled Kong's Ordinal Collection will be increased to a max supply of 3,333. The new Chilled Kong's Bitcoin Collection is currently under development by Epic Labs. So it's already taking place, as you can see by mine. The benefactor, I believe, his PFP is also one of these snazzy new ordinals. And it looks like of the 3,333 ordinal Kongs, 3,025 will be available to mint. 101 ordinal Kongs will be retained for real-world partnerships and giveaways, as well as the promotion and advertisement of the Chilled Kongs brand. So 70% of all those mint funds generated will be used to provide ordinal Kong holders with direct utility and passive income in the form of crypto mining rewards via Kong Corp. A percentage of Kong Corp's crypto mining rewards will be distributed to level 100 Kongs and level 100 Magic Kongs that are homeowners on Kong Island to provide their holders with additional utility and passive income. So the way I look at this is Kong ordinals will be attached to what appears to be an actual real world Chilled Kong's mining operation. So literally each one will benefit the holder based upon whatever the mining information is going to be released at the later date. So whether that's in the white paper or something that we'll find out later, I can only imagine that it'll be kind of while this dream's cool, because it'll give us an opportunity, especially someone like me who knows nothing about Bitcoin mining or crypto mining or the proof of work concept. It'll give me exposure to it and in a positive, beneficial way. So likely most people who own an ordinal already know that about it. But for those like me, it's just a good opportunity to say, hey, I love Chilled Kongs, and Chilled Kongs is going to have 3,025, and I'm definitely going to mint one because I love Chilled Kongs. And now that one asset is going to give me an opportunity to diversify my crypto profile into a totally new venture that may or may not pique my interest or not. But in any case, it is just another testament to the opportunity that's being given to us. So with that, I'll read the final note that the benefactor put in here that has to do with the ordinals. So the new collection will provide all ordinal Kong holders with exclusive new high-resolution artwork utility and passive income, while providing scalability and additional interoperability cross-chain for the Chilled Kongs brand and community. There will be further information released in terms of what mining machines will be used, what other types of cryptocurrency will be mined other than Bitcoin, estimated cost of the mining operations, for example, the maintenance and security along with projected profitability, etc., which will not be included in the Chilled Kongs white paper upon its initial release, but it will be added as we get closer to the ordinal mint date. So once again, that ordinal mint date is to be announced. So just stay tuned for the further updates of that one. An announcement of an announcement that's really important about an announcement.
So that actually gets us through what we wanted to discuss today. The goal of today was just to go over everything that the team at Epic Labs has dropped for the Chilled Kongs over the last few months. Ever since their acquisition, and I got to say, we've watched some amazing things happen, and people are still fading it, and that's if that's their prerogative, that's great. I myself and, many others in the community are taking the opportunity to scoop up as many of these assets as we can, because, we see the vision. The benefactor, has a huge view of what's out there, and I from what I can see, at least, this is not a year to year type of roadmap kind of thing where we're going to set some goals and then figure out what to do after that. This seems to be a multi-year, if not multi-decade project that's going to be built out. So, NFA, do your own research, but I love this community, and I'm going to be a big part of it for as long as I can. So, as we promised at the beginning, I'm going to open up the floor for a few minutes for any questions or any comments, if anybody wants to. Bad guy, I see you down in the audience. I know you wanted to say something before, so now's your chance to come up if you'd like to comment or have a question. So, if anybody has anything to say, please request it now.
Yeah, and I also want to say I grabbed my Xverse wallet for the ordinals and everything. It seems like a pretty good wallet. You can hold ordinals and Bitcoin and all that. But yeah, just the interoperability and the cross chain is really the next step. That's going to be awesome if we can cross chain with a bunch of different cryptocurrencies. That would just be amazing. ETH and Poly and all of them, and have everybody connect their communities. That would just be awesome.
So I see down in comments from our friend Dick Demi down there. Are there any updates on the merch store? No, we have not gotten any updates yet on the merch store. Like we keep saying with this team, when they are actually ready to release something and announce something, that's when they do it. There doesn't seem to be much point in, long periods of speculation, because that tends to just get people angry. I find, at least, when people are expecting things to happen and then they don't in the time frame they wanted. So, all right, Baga, I'm going to try to get you up here. Come on. Doesn't seem to want to let me. There we go. All right. Baga, you with us?
Hello, fam. I'm here.
Hello. How are you doing today?
Hello.
I'm good. What about you?
Heyo.
As I would like to say hello to all of you. Turbo, the last Starfighter, and Yachts. It has been a pleasure to listen and to interact with the whole community for the last year or so. I love Chilcons, as everybody can see probably. And I have a question about the wise ones. I would like to hear you out, Turbo, Starfighter, and Yachts, on how has it been for you guys? Because as the way I see it, the wise ones are the same as the Grand Council on Epoch Labs. So I just wanna hear some more about how has it been for you guys, on what's your perspective on how have the benefactor and Epoch Labs like kind of chosen you guys and those hidden metrics and so on. And you said something about yachts joining later, and some of you have been selected before. So just want to know wanna hear some more about that. Thank you very much, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a good question, Baga. So I'll start. Granted, I'm a little jaded, cause I've really been in it from the very, very beginning. If you go back to, if you go back to the very beginning of the Epic Lab server, you can see that, the benefactor had posted a little challenge for several communities, back in the day. And the Salty Seagulls, which I happen to be a big holder of, and currently one of the council members in Salty Seagulls. We worked together in that server like as a really good team to actually get Epic Labs unlocked. That was the challenge that actually opened up the project as a whole. I would say, possibly my interaction, just with that one event maybe got me in as a wise one or as a ground control member of Epic Labs. But beyond that, he says they're hidden metrics, and, they're hidden. I don't know what they are. Starfighter doesn't know what they are. Yats doesn't know what they are. So it's something that's purely observational on their end. Originally, at the very beginning, there were 5 of us, in Epic Labs that were chosen to be ground control. And, actually, let me make a side note real quick before I continue that. Ground control in Epic Labs are the same people that are the wise ones in Chilled Kongs, the Shaolin Masters in the Panda Society, the Vault Keepers in Treasure Trolls. And we'll likely be getting a different role in Salty Seagulls when they fully take over. But there were 5 of us to begin with. There were 5 more that were added very shortly after that. Which at the time we didn't really understand what the timing of that was. But it's become clear that only 5, wasn't going to be enough for the scope of what this project was going to be. So 5 more were added a little later, and then 2 more were added after that. So, in my experience I love engaging the community, honestly. I like helping people understand what we're doing. And I particularly like helping the people that want to engage. If you're just going to be somebody that comes in and says, tell me everything, I'm not going to tell you everything. And quite frankly, if I tried, I couldn't, because as you've seen in this space, there's a lot to know, and, doing your own research is essential, and you need to read through all the announcements, and you need to read through all the facts, and you kind of need to stay up on what's going on to understand the entire scope of it. But I'm rambling, so I'll let Starfighter and Yats add their input and their experience on becoming ground control / wise ones.
Yeah, I'll jump on. No idea. I was in that Salty Seagulls community, and I guess I was a part of that first unlocking period, and I just so happened to be in the right place at the right time and had some amazing conversations with a absolutely kick-ass community. And then all of a sudden there's Epic Labs, and we jumped into Epic Labs, and then there was more. I think I do not believe I was one of the initial selectees. I think I was in that secondary bracket there when they were like, oh, this is, we're going to need a couple more maybe. And again, I'd been a part of, a lot of that Salty Seagulls March, maybe April, May of 2022 until that later July, August area. And we were just knee deep in all kinds of, pointing in this direction and that. Ready Player One, references, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. There was just so much awesome content being swirled around at one time. And, you know, I'm a 42 plus year old dude, and I was like, this is my favorite place ever. And it was just, you know, all 80s references, 70s references, and right up my alley. So again, I have no idea what, hidden metric picked me. You know, I'm pretty brash, rough around the edges. I admit when I'm wrong, and I try not to boast when I'm right, but for the most part, I'm a ravenous animal, and, and I believe that's the way we all should be, right? Just truthful and honest, whether it's correct or not, you know, and I don't think I cross any lines until they're crossed on my side, but for the most part, you know, just I think trait that I can see that I look around at the ground control, and my brethren there is that, you know, I'm aggressive. I think that's my role in all this. I'm very outspoken. Like, I have no qualm admitting, any aspect of my life, you know, whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, I'll admit, whether I feel good or whether I feel like today's the last day on earth, you know, I'll admit it. And that's my trait, is that I think I bring, a rawness that people can relate to. You know, you could talk to me about anything, and for the most part, I'm like, whatever. That's awesome. That's scary. That's terrifying, or that's horrible. I'll just see it like it is. And, if you ask, I will give you a booklet of information about nothing, because that's what I'm good for. I'm a random conversationalist, y'all. That's what I'll do. But I love this community. I love the people. It changed my life. So indirectly, the benefactor, just through his creating of Epic Labs and the benefactor's letter, I'm not one to blow smoke, so I can really give a shit less about that. But I'll say flat out, like, the benefactor changed my life. So take that for what it's worth. Das, Yachts, you know, all, Hofer, all of y'all that have been here, Metal, Tristan, y'all know, Jay, I'm just that guy. Like, I'm the one that you never know. Like, can I introduce this person to my family? Like, is he gonna say something or cross some kind of like custom barrier because he just, you know, I treat others the way I want to be treated, and hopefully that's right. So as far as, you know, what it's like in this journey, again, it changed my life. I think that who I am and who I was in January of 2022 is a far cry shadow of who I am today. And hopefully we can keep this positive momentum going. And, if we can all help each other in some way, shape or form, whatever it is, that's what it's about. And that's what I'm going to bring to the table. I will bring you honesty. My wife doesn't ask me how she looks in clothes, not because she's fat or that I'm going to say she's fat. It's just because I'm going to say some shit that doesn't make sense. And that's just the way that it is, because that's how I see the world. And, once you get to know people for what it is, you can understand that there's certain things that aren't relevant. And I feel that drama is not relevant. I feel that it's a sad recourse, and this place is drama free, and that needs to spread. That needs to continue. And, I guess that's why I'm proud to be a ground control, and I'm proud to be right here co-hosting, the Grapevine. Y'all know I'm not like the loudest person in Chilled Kongs. I pop in, you get my, live long and prosper with a little prayer, because that's the truth. But I spend most of my time in Epic Labs and Panda Society, hiding in my little corner, eating my happy food. So that's all. Baga, it was excellent to hear your voice, and thanks for questioning and asking us what's up, because we don't know. Rambling is the key to success when it comes to why we're here, and the future is just amazing. That's all.
Yes, you want to talk about your experience for a little bit before we wrap this up?
Yeah, sure. I'll quickly kind of go over. It's for me. I dove kind of right in. I definitely saw the rabbit, and I didn't walk. I ran. And I never looked back. Uh, it's been an incredible ride, and I mean, for me, I guess, ever since I've been in this space, I've always kind of drawn towards the positivity and people that, are just full on positive in the space, and just realizing that, like, giving and sharing and just the positive vibes is really what it's all about. And for me, like, I also really like to solve puzzles. I really like the inquisitiveness of it. And so when I first started, like, we were looking for, that creature on Epic Labs, and I just looked everywhere. I just wanted to find it. I was like, I know I could find this. It's got to be here somewhere. And it's just a matter of putting in that hard work. And that's essentially it, is putting in that hard work. And once you put in that hard work and you gain all this knowledge, it's not to be for yourself, but it's to be shared with everybody else. And so for us, we're here so that we can onboard new people and give them the opportunity to have that same feeling and that same kind of excitement that we had when we first started. Like, it's just an incredible feeling. And you end up getting 2 hours of sleep, and you're falling asleep with your phone on your face and stuff like that. And so essentially we're here, to pass on that knowledge to people that are new to the space, give them the information that they need so that they can then find their own rabbit hole to go down. There's so much information that needs to be kind of digested and broken down so that you can start going in the right directions. Um, and I guess that's essentially what we're here for. And of course, yeah, five people isn't going to be able to do that. 10 people isn't going to do that. Probably what we have now isn't going to do that as we grow. As we grow, and as this project and this experiment kind of becomes bigger in the space and bigger in cryptocurrency in general, the ground control is going to need to expand as well, just like any operation does. So my main, you know, my main giveaway would be, help others and lift each other up. Definitely check out all the affiliated projects that are a part of Epic Labs, not even, the part of the multiverse, but all the affiliated ones such as, um, you know, Quick and Eternals. That's what my PvP is from. They're another great project. All the projects there are just incredible, and you can go to Epic Labs website and you can see a whole list of them. They're all in the space to do right. They continue to build in this bear market and continue to pivot during these hard times. And that's the main focus is to lift them all up, lift up all the projects to help everyone succeed because, we're all going to make it. And the only way we're all going to make it is if everybody contributes and helps each other. Um, so I guess that's essentially how I feel about it.
Nice. Thank you, Yats. I want to just add one little final comment to this, before we actually wrap it up. The one thing that I've noticed, that's of particular importance, in this project is I've found that the more time and attention that you give to them, the more time and attention they give to you. So this is going to become very important when we're all trying to build brands for ourselves. So, if you want, the Chilled Kongs or Epic Labs or any of their other projects to support you in your brand, it may behoove you to start supporting Epic Labs or Chilled Kongs in their brand now. We keep saying it's a symbiotic relationship, and I think that's the best description for it, because none of us are going to do this together. So that being said, if there aren't other questions, which I haven't seen anybody request, so we're going to wrap it up. We do have a little bit of alpha that we were given for you guys, but in typical Chilled Kongs Epic Labs fashion, you'll have to listen carefully. So here it is. I can say that another community's special achievement has been unlocked by the community and is about to be dropped. I personally don't know what this is. I've been given this to give to you. It's a very powerful feature for Kong holders specifically. It will allow every individual to harness the power of the community while utilizing their IP. It's completely mutually beneficial for all holders. It's something that BCB, the benefactor, offered the Ape Society for free around the time he spent 500,000 ADA on their project as a courtesy to help show his support and to help push them to a new all-time high at that time. He detailed what he could without giving the show away, but we don't think that they understood the satire, which is cool. Each to their own. Funny enough though, another project would later go on to create something similar, but not quite the same. I'll have more on this and more in the next Grapevine podcast. So make sure you guys tune in for episode 2 and hold on to your hats because that roadmap is going to be coming out real soon too. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Starfighter, for co-hosting with me. Thank you, Yats, for coming up as a speaker. Thank you, Baga, for that great question. Nobody has presented me with that before, and I'm happy to have shared the story. Starfighter, Yats, any last words?
Stay frosty, y'all.
Love that. Always stay frosty. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning into episode 3 of the Grapevine Podcast. Keep it chill, and we'll see you around for episode 4. Have a great week, everybody.